But I got my phone right next to me in case we got a call.
Excellent. Just a heads up, it's not on our agenda for some reason, but there should be public comments. Just make sure you open up for public comments on this.
Even on the swearing in?
Yeah. Yeah, it's a bit ministerial, but let's just,
A bit.
Erica, are we doing a second meeting? Do we have to log in for a second meeting or one just continues with the next?
No, it's going to be continuous. That way we don't have to reissue a meeting ID and all that. So it'll be continuous. Right. The people might change a little bit.
We're going to miss you, George. Thank you.
It was my pleasure.
You're amazing.
Thank you.
And you're just starting to look good, George. You know, you look good on the camera. Starting.
You know who
It's
looks amazing is your daughter, Christina. I saw something on Facebook, I guess. I'm not sure, with her reporting.
Yeah, she's not in the news industry anymore. But yeah, she used to be an anchor and do some news stories. Thank you, though.
What's she doing now?
She is a media specialist for the Alzheimer's Institute in Boston.
Oh, wow. Wonderful.
Okay, I think we could call you to roll.
Yes,
5:45.
I'm working on the YouTube. It should be on in just a moment.
We have all the disclaimers on there.
Yes.
You're on the pen and the paper one there.
One, two, three, four, five. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Good afternoon, Mayor. I'm not sure if you were talking to me. I had my mute on.
Here he is.
Mr. Espino, how are you?
I am trying to
Come
get
you can-
sleep.
Hey, Danny, how are you?
How you guys doing? Doing really, really well. Thank God.
Great.
So,
Trying to get as much sleep as I can.
so you come on for my last meeting, but you wouldn't come on for my first?
I'm here for Walter. I'm not here for you.
Wow.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Okay, Mayor, we're good to go whenever you're ready.
Call the roll, please.
Mayor Bain,
I'm here at home.
Vice Mayor Loeb,
Here.
Councilman Best,
Present.
Councilwoman Mitchell,
Here.
Councilman Petralanda.
Here.
Please stand for invocation, Councilman Best.
Mighty God, please watch over us tonight. Please bless us in our deliberations and how we represent the city and move it forward. And please welcome the new member of our council and best going forward to it. Amen.
Amen. Please stand for the pledge. Hats off. Ready? I
Pledge allegiance
to
to the flag
of
of the United States of America
America,
and
and to the republic
republic which stands one nation,
under God,
under God, indivisible,
with liberty and justice for all. All right.
Yeah.
All right. Now, I understand I have to open up for public hearing, even in this meeting. It's not on the agenda, but I have to open it up. So I open up for public comment. Anybody wishing to speak on the agenda here or want to save it for the meeting, the regular meeting, be appreciated so we could swear the new councilman in.
Anyone who would
Anybody
like
wish to speak?
who would like to speak? You may do so by dialing 305-805-5151 or 305-805-5152. Input meeting ID 863-9512-4146, followed by the pound sign. There is no participant ID. Press pound sign again. To raise your hand through the telephone, please dial *9.
Anybody?
No one yet, sir.
Anybody, Erica?
No, no one.
I'm going to close the public hearing. If they want to call in and be in the regular meeting.
Okay.
All right, we go on to resolution 3. City attorney's going to read it.
I'll read it, sir. A resolution of the City Council of the City of Miami Springs certifying and declaring the official results of the special election of the city held on August 18th, 2020, and providing for an effective date.
Okay, we have to have a motion to vote on this, correct?
Motion to approve.
Second.
Do you want to read off the numbers, Erica? To
Yes,
make it official.
sure. Out of votes cast, 3,072 votes were cast that day, I'm sorry. Walter Fahet received 1,413 votes. Jasmine Gomez received 508 votes. Fred Gonzalez received 363 votes. Sandra M. Ruiz received 788 votes. Mr. Fahet had the most votes that evening.
Mr. Fahed. Okay, I got a first and a second. Please call the vote, please.
Mayor Bain,
Yes.
Vice Mayor Loeb,
Aye.
Councilman Best,
Aye.
Councilwoman Mitchell.
Yes.
Councilman Petrolanda.
Yes.
Okay, is he been sworn in or you're gonna swear him in now?
It's a ceremonial swearing in, yes.
Okay,
Okay.
go for it.
Okay, Mr. Fahed, if you could raise your right hand and repeat after me. I state your name,
I, Walter Fahed,
do hereby swear
do hereby swear
that I will support
that I will support
the Constitution
the Constitution
and will obey the laws
and will obey the laws
of the United States
of the United States
and of the state of Florida.
and of the state of Florida.
And I will, in all respects,
And I will in all respects
observe the provisions
observe the provisions
of the charter and ordinances
of the charter and ordinances
of the city of Miami Springs,
of the city of Miami Springs,
and will faithfully discharge
and will faithfully discharge
the duties of the office of council member.
the duties of the office of council member.
Congratulations.
All right. Thank you,
Hey! Woo! All right, that's not social distancing. Ooh, ooh. Okay, now we can go ahead and
Done.
say our goodbyes to Mr. Loeb. I appreciate your time here, doing what you do, and I know you're right in the living room here with me, but that's okay. But we appreciate everything you've done for us, George, to give your time to the city, and who knows, we might need you again, but we'll see how it goes, okay?
I thank you, and I will be available for you guys always.
Okay.
And Loeb, not
Thank you, George.
years in the past of service.
So I can go ahead and close this meeting?
We can close this meeting. I'm not going to shut down the Zoom. We'll leave it
Okay.
open if you'd like to resume in it's about 5 minutes or so.
Take
And-
care,
and Mr.
everyone.
Mr.
Good luck. Have a great meeting.
All right, Mr.
George-
Fuss, you
George,
want to
thanks.
say?
Thanks again, George.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Take care.
George.
Mr. Walter Frissett?
Fahet,
You want,
Fahet.
you have anything to say? You got time to say, you want anything to say just for your opening here?
Just thank you to my colleagues on the council for welcoming me, and thank you to the citizens, the residents of Miami Springs for electing me.
You got it. You got enough votes to run for mayor in my mind, but
Yeah.
that's okay. You think about that. Okay, this meeting is adjourned and we'll start our next meeting at 6 o'clock. This meeting is adjourned.
Perfect. Thank you.
Just leave it on, Erica, right?
Yes.
No, turn your mic off.
Or we can
Bobby.
mute. I'll mute you.
Yeah, mute
okay.
Bobby,
Yeah,
please.
here,
Mute
let-
Bobby.
I'll let Erica do that.
Mute him. Mute. Oh, shit.
The mayor's in a good mood today, huh?
Scary.
Erica. You're muted.
Yeah.
How can I make my screen bigger? Instead of just seeing my face.
When you, if you tap your screen, it's going to give you the option of speaker view or gallery view. When you press gallery view, that gives you everybody.
Oh, I have everybody. I mean, mine's only my screen. It's only this big.
You got to flip your
Your
tablet.
device. Flip your device sideways.
There you go.
There you go.
Yeah.
No, then I come back. To like,
Yeah,
wait,
but you have to
let me-
leave it. Yeah, you have to leave
Oh, you
it.
leave it sideways.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, that's how nice. Oh, that looks good. Well, you learn every day, you know that? Every day you learn something. See the horns behind me now?
Mm-hmm. That's right.
Make our venison meatballs out of that for fishing.
I need those.
Okay, that's good. I like that.
Okay.
How's Tammy doing? Tammy, you catching any fish over there?
Yes,
Are you?
fish and lobster.
Yeah, we went snapper fishing last Sunday, couldn't catch a fish.
Oh, no.
Couldn't catch, we anchored 6 times, picked up and anchored 6 times, couldn't get anything.
Ask William. I gave him some.
Well, you never talk about that kind of stuff to me.
Oh.
He doesn't tell me when he gets gifts.
Oh, yeah.
Now I know. They're, how about dolphin? You've been out for the dolphin fishing?
Not this past weekend, the weekend before we did.
Did
We
you
had
get
dolphin
any?
and tuna. Yeah, dolphin, tuna, and snapper.
They say they're out there like crazy.
They are,
Yeah,
but they're out far, like 30
Yeah.
miles.
that's not far anymore, 30 miles. Uh-oh,
Okay.
we're
All
starting.
right.
Yep.
Okay. Okay. Call the vote. I mean, call the roll. Call the roll.
Mayor Bing.
I'm here, but there's too much, too much
Yeah.
kids.
Okay. All right.
I'm
Mayor.
here.
Okay. Vice Mayor Fahed.
Here.
Councilman Best.
Hi.
Councilwoman Mitchell.
Here.
Councilman Petralanda.
Here.
We have a quorum.
Councilman Petrolanga, you have the invocation for tonight.
Okay.
You need time to find something to read?
Yeah.
Uh,
I had it up here, Mayor.
All you gotta do is say, Lord, please help us tonight. Come on, man, it's not that hard.
I guess I'm gonna have to improvise then.
Yeah, that'd be nice, Councilman
That-
Petrolanga.
You're a
The
politician.
Lord will
you
still
can do
love
that.
you. The Lord will still love you.
Well, if you can bow your heads and the Lord, please help us get through tonight. Help our new council member or vice mayor, Walter, through his first night. And amen. Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you very much. Stand for a pledge of allegiance. I
I
pledge allegiance
pledge
to
allegiance
the flag
flag
of the United States of
States of
America
America,
and to the republic for which it stands,
Stands.
one nation, under
for
God,
God,
indivisible,
indivisible, with
with liberty and justice for all.
all.
All right. Okay, we go to, we don't have any awards or presentations, so we're gonna go right to open forum. I open it up for anybody who wishes to speak at this council meeting on any agenda item. I guess you should read off all your stuff that you have to read off, so
Yes.
Jaime doesn't shut the meeting down.
Okay. If you would like to make public comments during open forum, you may dial 305-805-5151 or 305-805-5152. The meeting ID is 863-9512-4146, followed by the pound sign. There is no participant ID. Press pound sign again. If you would like to speak, please press *9 from your telephone and you'll be called on, identified by the last 3 digits of your phone number.
Hey, Dan,
Hey, Mayor.
I just saw you there.
He's there.
That's Papa Goose. Nobody, Erica?
No, sir, nobody.
We'll give it another minute, and then if there anybody pops in,
Somebody there.
Bobby, where you at, Councilman?
I'm up in the northwestern corner of the screen, sir.
No, I mean, where are you at? I mean, looks there's a big bridge behind you.
Yeah, so it'd be the Golden Gate, sir.
Oh, you're in San Francisco.
Yes.
Okay. Living on the streets?
No,
Oh, I thought that was the George Washington.
no, that is not red, sir.
Couldn't put nothing from Miami, huh? Or Miami
I
Springs.
know.
Oh, there.
Didn't we have a couple ringing in here?
No, sir, there were some coming into the meeting.
That was me making sure that it works.
Oh, okay.
All my,
Tricky,
oh,
tricky.
my mighty attorney. Oh, boy. You ain't shutting this meeting down, girl.
I hope not to.
We're going all the way. All the way. All right, I'm gonna
Lawyers-
close the public hearing. I'm gonna close the public hearing and we're going on to 6. We're going on to 6. We got 6A, August 3rd, 2020, budget workshop meeting, B, August 10th workshop, 2020, regular council meeting, and August 6C,
6C.
August 12th, 2020, regular council meeting, continued from August 10th, 2020 meeting. I know who did that. I honored him motion.
Through the chair, motion to move 6A, B, and C, sir.
I'll second it.
Call the vote, please.
Vice Mayor Fahet,
Yes.
Councilman Best,
Aye.
Councilwoman Mitchell,
Yes.
Councilman Petrolanda,
Yes.
Mayor Bain.
Yes. We go to 10A, and this is for 2020-21 budget workshop update.
Yes, Mayor and Council. As you know, you will be receiving, or the first public hearing will be on September 14th. As you know, any budget changes can be made up to September 28th when we have our second public budget hearing. But in the meantime, right now, as it stands, we're currently looking at the millage rate that you set as a cap of 7.5228. Although staff still recommends keeping the millage rate at 7.33 and covering any deficit with reserves if necessary, which we do not feel will be the case based on items that we discussed before. There were 2 items that were pending from the workshops, which was, first one was the $2,000 set aside for the League of Cities dinner. And the second one was the $2,000 for the bags for the doggy station to help out the Rotary Club. Council hasn't made a decision on those 2 items yet. You can do it tonight, or you can do it in one of the next 2 public hearings. But what we need to know right now for the first public hearing, the ordinance that you will be looking at, do you want to maintain the 7.5228, or do you want to go with the 7.33 for that first meeting?
I want to go with the 7.333.
Me too.
Agreed.
I think you got consensus. Mayor, through the chair, I don't know if this is the appropriate time to bring it up, but we haven't discussed this yet. And I think we've already covered it in our preliminary budget discussions. But I'd like to go back to what we hit on last year, and we were back and forth on until the end. And I think we finally did what we did, and we kept the status quo. And that has to do with the $45,000 for the lobbyist. I'd like us to consider that going forward.
Well, you want to consider not retaining them? Is that what you're saying?
Yes. Yes, sir, I
Okay.
am.
Okay. So we want to discuss that now, Mr. Alonso? Or you
We
want
can do it
to?
on the 31st.
You
Mayor, we can do it on the
discuss
31st. I just wanted to get it in for the.
Okay. All right.
We can discuss it at one of the 2 public hearings.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. So it's there. It's on the record. Like we said before, Bob, Councilman, we would consider that for a vote when it's time to vote on something like that.
Thank you. Appreciate the consideration.
Mayor, I wanted to ask the city manager about the 2 items, well, with the doggy bags. Did they ask for $1,000 or $2,000?
Well, according to Tom, the cost for 1 year is $2,000
Okay,
to maintain all of the stations.
okay. And
And
should
then
we vote on then whether, I want to clarify, with the League of Cities, what we're talking about is just the annual dinner, right? Not paying for the annual dinner and the $1,000 for the publication in their, I think it's $1,000 for the dinner and then the $1,000 for the advertisement in their
That's
publication.
correct.
We're not
That's
talking
correct.
about membership fees or attendance
No.
at the, okay.
No.
Then I have a
And
problem
I think,
not doing that, since in the past, people have said they're going to the meeting and they don't show up. So we wind up paying for seats that, and I know last year, Councilman Petrolanda and I were there and we had several empty seats. So I don't know if we have to vote on that now, but I don't have a problem with that if we're talking about the annual.
okay. The other thing that we discussed was the $25,000 that
The tree planting.
yeah, Tom Nash offered us $25,000 to, that he doesn't think deem necessary, that we can maybe, I think we discussed possibly putting for feeding the homeless, not the homeless, the seniors at home, if we don't get the money allocated from the county for going forward. So I think that's one of the things that's on the agenda too, or a possibility just to go ahead and cut that 25,000 outside the budget to reduce the budget anymore. But that's just something we'll talk about the first meeting on the budget in September.
Yeah, you're right. Let's put that in a line for just further discussion.
And I would like to make sure that that we announce that is going to be up for discussion at that meeting, so that.
I think I just did. I think I just announced it. You know, I just announced it there, Councilwoman. I just announced it. You have to repeat everything that I just announced it, that we will be discussing that in the workshop, in the meeting in September. Okay, we go on. Anything else on the update of the 2020-21 budget? Okay, we move on to 11A.
This is a resolution of the Mayor and City Council of the City of Miami Springs, Florida, co-designating a portion of Westwood Drive between Apache Street and Chippewa Street as Jim Cardle Way, providing for authorization, providing for an effective date. This is the item we discussed at the last meeting where we're naming a section of that street on Westwood after Mr. Jim Cardle.
Okay, I entertain a motion.
Motion to move, sir.
I'll second it.
You got the second there?
Yes, I got it from Councilwoman Mitchell.
Call the vote.
Vice Mayor Fahet,
Yes.
Councilman Best,
Aye.
Councilwoman Mitchell,
Yes.
Councilman Petrolanda,
Yes.
Mayor Bain.
Yes, we go on to 11B.
This is a resolution of the Mayor and City Council of the City of Miami Springs, Florida, approving a First Amendment to the City of Miami Springs Country Club Food and Beverage Concessionaires Agreement with HRS Management Group, LLC, providing for authorization, providing for an effective date. As you know, at the last meeting, we discussed we discussed.
He's breaking up.
I'm sorry, I'm having trouble with my Zoom here. We discussed forgiveness of 2 months rent, March and April of 2020, and the revenue deferment on 4 months of $9,000 over the remaining 46 months. We have given the agreement to Patrick and to Yannick, and they've approved it. You have as part of your packet what the new concession-free plan will be for the next 4 years, and we recommend approval.
Through the chair, if I might, William, you said deferral on the latter end of that statement, so it's tacked on to the end, the 4 months, correct?
Yes, yes, his rent payments will be, for example, starting in September, which is what we agreed upon, his payment will be $26.95.65, which is the $2,500 under the old contract plus $195.65 monthly amortized over 46 months, which is the $9,000.
Thank you for the explanation. Appreciate that.
Entertain a motion.
Motion to move, sir.
I'll second it.
Any further discussion? No? Okay, call the vote.
Vice Mayor Fahet,
Yes.
Councilman Best,
Aye.
Councilwoman Mitchell,
Yes.
Councilman Petralanda,
Yes,
Mayor Bain.
Yes, we go on to C, 11C, a resolution.
Tammy's gonna read that one.
Yes. This is a resolution of the mayor and city council of the city of Miami Springs selecting Humana Inc. pursuant to the request for proposals number 05-1920 for the city's group medical insurance coverage for employees and their dependents, an amount not to exceed $1,338,931, providing for authorization and providing for an effective date. I'll
All
read
right.
you want me to read the memo?
Sure, go ahead and read it. Go ahead.
So I'm not going to read the recommendation. What I'll just do is read the discussion. In mid-June, our benefits consultant, Mr. Bob Schaefer, began negotiating with United Healthcare, UHC, on renewal rates for fiscal year 2021. And the best lowest renewal rate they responded to was the 19.5% higher than our current rates. Due to such a high increase, we decided it was in the city's best interest to advertise and solicit for group medical insurance in the hopes of obtaining lower insurance premiums. On July 6th of 2020, we advertised the RFP for the group medical coverage for employees and their dependents. Additionally, we emailed 10 major insurance firms of the RFP package by way of email. On August 6th, the requests for proposals were due and 2 companies responded, which is attachment A. Responses were reviewed by staff and Mr. Bob Schaefer, our consultant, and both companies were deemed responsive and responsible. The companies were ranked based on services, coverage offered, stability, and overall costs, referred to attachment B. Our recommendation is to award a contract to Humana for a 1-year period beginning October 1st, 2020 for the following reasons. Humana offered a 9.8% increase versus the UHC's sealed bid offer of 14.4% increase over our current annual premiums. Humana's proposed 9.8% increase is still a savings compared to UHC's initial 19.5% increase and their 14.4% increase provided in their sealed bid responses. The benefits and services offered are compatible to what we have today with our current provider, UHC, and the network of doctors, clinics, hospitals, and pharmacies with Humana are equal in size to that of UHC. For this reason, the city is recommending Humana for our insurance only. We are continuing to utilize Humana for our vision and Cigna for our dental insurance, and neither one of them had an increase for the current plan.
Through the chair, I have a question to this. It's budgetary in nature, but it is applicable, I think. First off, William, in your proposed budget, you used a 20% factor rate in the unknown of what the insurance would be, correct?
No, the current budget as it stood before contained a 15% increase.
Okay, 15, okay. That still represents a 6% lower.
Almost a 5.2% decrease, correct.
Okay, so
that's where
the
savings of $57,000 come from.
Got you covered. And so that affects, as up to now, at least 6 line items in the budget, plus potentially collective bargaining with the cops, which isn't even complete yet, right?
Correct.
Thank you, sir.
So did I get a motion to move with this? No?
Motion to move.
Second.
Okay, for discussion, anybody for discussion? Okay,
I just wanted to thank the city staff, Bill and William, for, going ahead and looking to see other options. This was exorbitant, and almost 20% increase in our health insurance for our employees for 1 year. Certainly something that would be a hardship on our city. So thank you for looking around, and Humana is a good company. I think all, got a good service for our employees. As far as the coverage, the deductibles and everything, does they stay the same, or are there significant differences?
No, all of the benefits are the same under both plans. That was part of our RFP. We wanted them to provide us with the same coverage that we have currently with United Health.
Okay.
Yeah, nice job, staff. Patience goes a long way, right?
57,000.
All right, I got a question. The list of, when I asked for the list of the budgets, and I have it in my hand here now, like for instance, Human Resource Department, the increase is of COLA and health insurance, 2.88. Is that going to reduce that?
No. Remember that even though
Well, you just told Councilman Best you based this on 15%.
15 versus 5.2. Right.
Yeah, these numbers that you have now already incorporate the savings from Humana in it.
Okay.
So you gave this to us with the fact of Humana's reduction already.
Correct.
With it factored in. Okay, Bill.
What date did you know that?
We knew this about a week and a half ago. But like I told you at the last meeting, I didn't want to make any comments until we voted on this tonight.
Right.
We were in a cone of silence.
Remember, Mayor, originally we had a $242,000 deficit. And that's why now it's sitting at 180 because of the savings from health insurance.
When did you produce this list for me?
Friday, when you got it.
Right.
Last Friday.
Yeah, I got it in the mail that day.
Oh, you got it Wednesday,
In the
I'm sorry,
mail.
with the agenda.
On Wednesday. Mhm.
Wednesday with the agenda.
No, he's over there. I'm almost done.
Now,
So that
remember,
you already knew it, that Wednesday you knew about the Humana reduction then.
correct. Oh, we knew that before that. We knew that at the last meeting, but we couldn't discuss it until tonight. But remember, every department is going to have an increase in health insurance because we're still up 10% over the prior year.
I understood, but I was looking at this. So this line item budget that you produced to me is actually to date.
Correct.
Okay. All right.
Okay, so then all of the departments are that's factored in, even the ones that it says. Okay. Thank you.
Correct.
Okay. Call a vote.
Vice Mayor Fahed,
Yes.
Councilman Best,
Aye.
Councilman Mitchell,
Yes.
Councilman Petralanda,
Yes.
Mayor Bain.
Yes. We go on to 12, other business. We have none. We just don't have anything. 13, reports from the city attorney. Oh, wait, did I miss something?
Yeah, one thing.
Report from the city attorneys. Please don't speak over each other, one at a time. That's 13A. I know that Dan's busy with the 8 children he has in the house, so we'll let Heidi take over for right now.
Thanks, Mayor. I think Dan will appreciate that as well.
For the record, my background is one of the more quiet ones this evening.
Oh, okay,
so.
okay. So it's Tammy.
Mayor and Council, first of all, I want to congratulate Vice Mayor Fajet on his win and welcome him to the council. I know that there are a lot of questions circulating in the community about what happens after our next election in November. And so I wanted to just take this opportunity to give you a brief update. I know I've spoken with pretty much all of you, but I just wanted to let the public know what the plans are or where we are. So we know that Councilman Petralanda has resigned to run, and there will be a vacancy on our council come November, and that vacancy occurs in the middle of November. So in order to fill that vacancy, it's going to be a little different than what we just experienced to fill the vacancy created by Councilwoman Zapata's resignation. So as I've discussed with you, the charter directs the council to appoint someone to fill the vacancy and call for a special election. However, in this case, we find ourselves at odds with state law and in a situation where we're basically facing an impossibility of performance, so to speak. So come November and the subsequent meeting in December, this council will be asked to appoint someone to fill the vacancy through April of 2020, when the term expires and a new council person is. I wanted to keep it short and sweet, Mayor, but
Yep.
I'm happy to answer any questions on specific details if you have any.
Yes, I have one, Haiti. And I imagine that I know and for a fact that you discussed this with all of us already, individual. And maybe you could share it with the folks that are listening in on this tonight. The issue of Florida's statute versus the charter. I think this is very critical to this issue.
Sure.
Would you explain that, please?
Sure. So essentially, our charter requires the city council to appoint someone to fill the vacancy and call for a special election within 30 days. When you read that in conjunction with state law, and state law in this situation would trump our charter, there's a conflict. And so in order for the Department of Elections to be able to give us an election date, coordinate the election, and get ballots out to people overseas for military ballots, absentee ballots, etc., they need time to do that. And so by the time that this council were to call for a special election, and the soonest that would happen would effectively be the first meeting in December. So I think it's December 13th. The soonest that would happen, the council would call the special election, and we'd have to coordinate with the supervisor of elections. And it's unlikely that we would get a date anytime before February or even March. And so,
And as such, that would fall into the 120-day caveat in the charter, correct?
the 120 days in the charter comes up in the context of how much time is left in a term when the vacancy occurs. And so at the time that this vacancy occurs, like Councilwoman Zapata's, there would be more than 120 days left in the term. And so that kicks into gear the provision of the charter that requires an appointment followed by an election. Does that answer your question?
Well, it defines it, yes. Doesn't really answer it.
So effectively, we can't it'll be pretty much impossible to get an election date before our regular election in April. So as you all know, we have our general regular election April of 2021. And so if we were to call an election in December and strictly follow our charter, we'd be facing back-to-back elections, potentially weeks apart from each other. So I think in light of the conflict with state law and working within the requirements of our charter, the best course of action for the council will be to address the vacancy once it occurs. There have been questions about whether we can address the vacancy beforehand, like now. And as I've explained to all of you, we really can't do that because you have to address the vacancy once it actually happens. So in this case, we know it's coming because of a resign to run law, a state law, but we have to act after it actually happens.
So then what you're saying is the fact that state law will trump the charter it's playing right into our hands in that we could appoint someone and then would not have to have another election until April. Is that correct?
You would appoint someone in December who would serve through April.
Thank you.
Do we need a motion to approve this?
No, there's no motion, Mayor. There's no action
Okay.
needed. This is just informational for the public so that they understand what's coming, and that there won't be a special election. You know, we're not gonna spring an election on them in February to then have another one in
Gotcha.
April.
Thank
So
you.
that's all.
Thank you.
And the cost of a standalone election in
All right,
February
I
would
was
be how much, Erica? 35?
22
Standalone is
grand.
about 35,000.
$35,000. Wow. One issue, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Mayor,
Okay.
Mayor, Council, one of the thing that would create this issue where if you had an election in, say, February or March, you can literally have individuals running for a position and having to simultaneously then qualify for another election in April. And the fact that they're so close together, you could have that overlapping period, which is just going to create a mess. So
Gotcha.
just one other thing, you know, as we're sitting in a room trying to figure out all the different permutations that this could take up, there's little wrinkles to this thing that you don't think about unless you go through all the motions of what happens when you call a special election. As Vice Mayor Fahed can attest.
And just
Well,
to
well
piggy-
explained, councilors, well explained.
just to piggyback on Dan's remarks, just so that everyone knows, the qualifying period for the city's general/regular election on April 6th of 2021, that qualifying period is, and Erica can correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe it starts December 20th
December, correct, and it runs for 60 days.
until February 22nd of 2021. So that further goes into what Dan is saying of having overlapping election periods.
Gotcha. Anything else from council?
I have nothing, Mayor. Nice job
No,
tonight.
I meant the council, the attorneys. Anything else?
Oh,
from
the attorneys. Oh,
Yeah, they're our council. No?
No further
Okay, we
updates.
go. City manager, anything from you?
Our city attorney, Dan, on the new addition to his family.
Yeah,
hey, Danny, congrats, buddy.
Thank you very much.
I don't know. It's a lot of work.
Mayor, just to remind everyone, this Wednesday, we're having a food distribution drive at the community center, sponsored by Senator Diaz, Manny Diaz, Representative Avila, and the Miami Springs City Council and Mayor. And that's scheduled to start at 9, but we're telling people we may start at 8. We usually start early because of the traffic buildup. So just to remind everyone, this Wednesday at the community center.
Gotcha.
That's all I
Anything
have.
else?
That's it.
Anything else? Okay, and we'll go ahead with council. Any closing remarks from Councilwoman Mitchell?
Yes, I wanted to thank Councilman Loeb for his service now during this special election period and also in the past years, and to thank Councilman Petrolanda for staying with us through the budget process. It really makes the whole budget process a lot better for the city and for the council. So thank you for that. And then I wanted to also mention to the public that we are considering, based on today's meeting, for the next meeting, the next September 14th meeting, whether to have any budget at all for new trees. So last year we removed 100,000 from the new tree planting budget and put it into tree maintenance and left only 25,000. And now that's going to be under consideration of removing that. And you know, my view on that is you plant trees for the future, not for yourself. So thank you. That's all.
Councilman Petrolanga, you're next.
Yes, I have a lot of thinking to do. Let me start by thanking Walter for his hard-fought campaign. I heard a lot of good things during his campaign. People were calling me, letting me know he was a hard worker. So congratulations to you, Walter, all your supporters, your wife, your family, everyone. I also want to thank George. Absolutely, George stepped up when we needed him, and I want to thank him for that. You're welcome, Maria, Councilwoman Maria. You're welcome. I just thought it was the right thing to do, stay through this tough budget process. I also want to thank Councilwomen Fraga and Dr. Zapata for their victory. As you all know, they're moving on. I wish them both a lot of luck, health, and everything else that goes with a long campaign like the one we just went through. You know, I think the only one who can relate to this is at the bottom of my screen, Dan. You know how tough this is in the county election. I did not know how big the county was, but it's big. So I think Dan understands what I'm talking about. And I want to thank everyone, all of you, for supporting me and understanding and helping me through this long campaign. That's all I have, Mayor. Thank you.
Thank you. Councilman Best?
Yeah, I certainly hope the school board thing's over. It's taken its toll on our city council, that's for sure, over the last years.
Anything else? That's it?
That's all.
Okay, and I'm gonna let our newbie have the last word for tonight. Well, I'll have the last word, but you're
All
next.
right. All right. Yeah, I too wanted to thank Councilman Lowe for filling in for Ms. Zapata, for Councilwoman Zapata. Thank him for his leadership, and I wanted to thank my wife, my campaign manager, and wife who never says no to my crazy ideas. And thanks again to my colleagues on the council for the warm welcome, and for the residents of Miami Springs for supporting me. Thank you.
We gotta thank the residents for the turnout vote. I mean, in an election of what's going on with the COVID-19 and the different things that are going on, I'm very proud of our city and our citizenry to go ahead and turn out over 3,000 people, which I thought was absolutely spectacular to see the people had the fortitude to go out and vote, or vote by mail, whatever the case may be. And I truly believe Walter here, coming to, I don't know if the people know this, but Walter came to, since I've been mayor the second time, just about every council meeting that we had, he sat in the audience and watched what was going on. And I felt that it's important that people come in to run for a council or a mayor or whatever the case may be, and you never see them. It would have been to me a kind of a travesty not for Walter to win, because he put his time in. The other three individuals, I've never seen it before in my life. So that was pretty cool. I want to thank council for another good meeting, and the city attorneys. And last but not least, in my life, I've seen kids grow up from little kids, 10 years old, 9, 10 years old. I tried to text message to the city attorney, Mr. Dan Espino, and it came out all wrong. It just came out all wrong. But what I wanted to say was, in my life, did I ever see the little kid with his brother with their shaved heads? That he'd be here now today with 4 kids, And it tickles me. It really does. It tickles me to see how you watch individuals grow up, and young people grow up, and what they can accomplish, not only because of his kids, but he's accomplished as a man. And it's nice to see that. And I appreciate, and I hope that in about a couple more weeks, you'll be taking on a couple more kids, because I got a grandson that needs a place to stay and play. And so I think it's really cool, Dan, and congratulations. And I hope everything healthy for the baby. And God bless you. Okay.
Thank
bless
you, Mayor. And I really want to say that I appreciate you suggesting Billy or William for the name. It was a top contender almost all the way to the end.
Well, I know that dogs get a lot of Billy names, and there's a few cats, but I still haven't got a kid named after me, not even in my family. So I'm not going to try anymore. Billy's my name. That's all there is to it. I'm one of a kind.
Danny, keep going, and you'll catch up with Robert Kennedy.
No, that's it. That's over. That's it.
Okay.
I mean,
Dan, what's your son's middle name?
It's Jacob Augustine. Augustine is his
Well,
name.
I don't know this. I don't know if you know this, but that's my middle name, Agustin.
I did not know that, actually.
You might want to change it, Dan. Dan, you might want to change that middle name.
Thank
You
you
named him after Jamie instead of you, Billy.
You got me in a bunch of trouble.
Thanks a lot.
Mayor.
This makes it feel good. This meeting's adjourned. Everybody have a good night. God bless you all.
All right.
Good night.
Bye, good
Night.
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 Erica,
Yes,
when are we going to be able to meet in person?
whenever I'm at the office.
No, I mean, meet the council meet in person.
Oh, I'll call you. I'll
You
call
got a
you.
dime?
Yeah, no,
There's no change anymore.
no, we're running
Yeah,
out.
I don't know, I mean, maybe not the first meeting coming here, maybe the second meeting with the way things are going. Maybe we can meet.
Okay. All
See-
right,
see.
I'll find out.
You'll get it. Have a
Okay.
good night.
Thanks,
Thank
you
you.
too.
Bye-bye.